everyone, welcome back to Actual English. I'm Jennifer Clyde. It's time for lesson 276, and today's topic is sports, but we'll focus on our favorite sport. I guess it can be one or more. In that case, it would be favorite sports. So, which sports activity do you enjoy playing or engaging in? As for me, I really enjoy swimming. I've always been a big fan of swimming. When I was in elementary school, my mother used to take me to the swimming pool every single day of my summer vacation. So I would go by myself, with my friends, with my cousins, and spend the whole day there, starting from 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 in the afternoon or 5 in the evening, early evening. So that's how much I really enjoyed swimming, and I still do till this day. In school, I did play volleyball. I was on a volleyball team, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite sport. I would have to say jet skiing, snow skiing, and swimming would have to be my favorite sports. So think about yours as we begin with our first segment, Actual Talk.
Gareth, are you okay? You look like you're hurting.
Oh, I am. My legs are very sore today.
Why?
Well, I did a lot of exercise over the weekend. I played my favourite sport, soccer, on Saturday with the football team, and it's the start of the season, so we're all trying to get fit. And then after, I went to the gym to do some running and some cycling.
Are you serious?
Yep, no pain, no gain, I tell you.
Sorry, I guess it just kind of blows my mind that you were doing all that while I was sitting at home watching TV.
Well, we're all different, eh?
That's true, but I'm looking to actually get into a sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any specific one in mind, or?
I could use your guidance on this one, to be honest. I feel like I used to be very athletic. Believe it or not,
Sure.
I know that I don't look the part
You do, you're very
necessarily.
slim and tall, so yeah.
Lacking some of the muscles I used to have when I was younger, but we can get that back.
Sure, of course you can, yeah.
Swimming and basketball and crew or rowing,
Great
which
sport.
is more of a lifestyle than
Sure,
a sport, was
yeah.
my favorite. But what would you recommend for beginners?
Wow, there's so many things you could do. I suppose join a gym maybe and do some walking and maybe some running. Build up to some running. It's very good for relaxation and stress relief and makes you feel good. Listen to some music as you run, and it can be quite meditative actually when you get into it.
Yeah, I heard football, not
Yes,
soccer, is a
you
big deal
got
in
it.
Ireland, right?
Yes, yeah. So
Right.
that's
Well,
my favorite.
I don't know if I can do football or soccer, as we call it, but
Yeah.
I think I'll take you up on that. And I gotta say, I'm inspired. I feel a little lazy, but I can change. And knowing that you can do all of that and be as energetic as you are kind of gives me a little bit of hope. So let's say, give me 6 months and we'll
Go
have
for
this
it.
conversation again and
Let's-
reevaluate.
yeah, during a run.
There you go.
Okay, welcome back everyone. Did you enjoy the conversation? We had Kelly and Gareth helping us out. These two were talking about their favorite sport. Now, Gareth gave us a few names, but what about Kelly? I think she's searching for something, a sport that she could engage in or play, really enjoy, because she used to be into sports a long time ago, but now she really hasn't been engaging in any sports activities. So let's take a look at the conversation together. Here we go. Kelly says, Gareth, are you okay? And she says, you look like you're hurt. That's why she asks, are you okay? You look like you're hurt. Now Gareth says, oh, I am. My legs are very sore today. Okay, sore, S-O-R-E. We've gone over this word many, many, many times. So what is he saying? My legs are very sore today. It means that he feels pain in his legs. Your legs can be bruised and be sore. If something is painful, you can say that you have a sore, or a part of your body is sore. You could have a sore throat. You could have a sore neck, a sore back. Okay, in that case, you can say, my back is sore, or I have a sore back. In this case, he says, my legs are very sore. Or he could say, I have sore legs. Anyhow, Kelly asks why. Here we go. He says, well, I did a lot of exercise over the weekend. You do exercise. I did a lot of exercise over the weekend, during the weekend. I played my favorite sport. So here we go. His favorite sport is, boom, soccer on Saturday with the football team. Okay, and it's the start of the season. I guess he's talking about the soccer or football season, and we are all trying to get fit. So get into shape. They're trying to get into shape, get healthy to play during the soccer or football season. He says, and then after I went to the gym, so he went to the gym to do some running and some cycling. Okay, so he's done a lot of exercising. So no wonder his legs are sore. So what did he do? He did a lot of exercises over the weekend, during the weekend. He played soccer. He did some exercises to get fit for the soccer or football season. And then after all that training, he went to the gym. Okay, the fitness center, as we also call it. He went to the gym to do some running and some cycling. Wow, lots of exercise. And then he says, no pain, no gain. What does that mean? No pain, no gain. Now, this is an expression you would use in a situation where you can't gain something without effort. So basically, it means you have to try hard to gain something, to achieve something. To gain something, you've got to give something. Okay, moving on. Wow, Kelly says, I guess it kind of blows my mind that you were doing all of that while I was sitting at home watching TV. So she says that blows my mind. Basically, blow someone's mind means to overwhelm somebody, really surprise somebody. It can be with positive feelings or even with negative feelings. With dismay, you could overwhelm somebody with dismay, or even with intense excitement, energy, pleasure. So she says, wow, listening to how hard you trained over the weekend, what did I do? It blows my mind. I just sat at home watching TV. Okay, Gareth says, well, we're all different, eh? We're all different. Everybody's different. Here, H-E-Y. Why did he say hey? Okay, he didn't really say hey as in we would say when we call somebody. It's more like a or hey. Right is just a way of saying hey. Okay, so in other words, he was saying, well, we're all different, right? We're all different, eh? Okay, got it? Now, Kelly says that's true, but I'm looking to actually get into a sport. Here, get into a sport. Remember, a long, long time ago, we said, what are you into? I'm into movies. I'm into listening to music. I'm into swimming. What does be into mean? It means to be interested in, okay? It can also mean to be involved in. So in this case, she says, I'm looking to get into a sport. This means that she is looking to start a sport, get into a sport. Moving on, well, Gareth says, really? Which? Meaning which sport? Any specific one in mind? Are you thinking about any particular sport? Kelly says, I could use your guidance on this one, to be honest. Guidance is what? You can have someone lead you, okay, and they could give you guidance. So somebody can give you guidance by giving you advice. Somebody could tell you about his or her experiences, so you can learn from him or her. Or somebody can lead you by giving you examples or show you around. Be a leader, okay? In that case, you are giving guidance. So she's saying, I could use your guidance, meaning I could use your help on this one, to be honest. I feel like I used to be very athletic, believe it or not. Okay, So here's a point that she makes. I feel like I used to be athletic. Which means what? I used to be athletic, which means she once was athletic, but not anymore. A long time ago, I was athletic, but not anymore. I used to be athletic, believe it or not. Now, believe it or not is something you would say, especially in a situation where something could be hard to believe. So you're saying you could believe it, or you could choose not to believe it, but it's up to you to decide, okay? So she says, I used to be athletic, believe it or not. And he says, well, you do. You are very slim and tall. Slim and tall. Slim means what? Very slender, okay? There are many ways or many words you can use to describe somebody that is slim, slender, or even skinny. But some words have positive connotations. Some have negative, meaning some have a positive feeling to them and some have a negative feeling to them. So if you want to say to somebody, especially a female, and you want to say, wow, you look very nice. You're very slender. You're very slim, okay? It's nice to say that. But if you say, wow, you're so skinny, it could mean something that's negative, meaning, oh, you're too slim, or you're too skinny. You look like a skeleton, okay? So always be careful which words you choose when you say that somebody looks very slim and slender, okay? So he's saying in a positive way, you look nice and slim and slender and tall. Now, Kelly says, lacking some of the muscles I used to have when I was younger. Now, before lacking, she omitted I'm, okay? So, I'm lacking some of the muscles I used to have when I was younger. Lack means what? To not have, without. So here she's saying, I don't have as much muscle as I used to when I was younger. But we can get that back. Get that meaning, get all that muscle back by exercising. Now, Gareth says, of course you can. Now, here we go. Kelly says swimming and basketball. And crew or rowing, okay, which is more of a lifestyle than a sport, was my favorite. So she's talking about how swimming and basketball, crew, or even rowing, how these different kinds of sports were her favorite a long time ago when she was younger. She's still young, but when she was a lot younger, I guess, okay? But she says they were more of a lifestyle than a sport. What does she mean by that? Okay, let's say, for example, swimming was more of a lifestyle than a sport. Basketball was more of a lifestyle than a sport. In that case, you're saying that swimming or basketball was a part of your life. You didn't do it for exercise. You did it because you enjoyed it so much, okay? So you found pleasure in swimming and in basketball. You really enjoyed playing or doing those sports activities. You didn't do it for exercise, okay? So that's what she means. These were all more of a lifestyle than sports to her. Now she says, but what would you recommend for beginners? For people that are just beginning to start, a sport, what would you recommend? Gareth says, well, there are so many things you could do. I suppose, and he gives examples. Okay, here's advice number 1. Join a gym, okay, and do some walking and some running. Build up to some running, okay? So these are a few things he is recommending, okay? He says, I suppose, I think, maybe. Okay, join a gym, go to a gym, do some walking, do some running, and build up to some running. So you could start walking and build up to running. Finish up running. It's very good for relaxation and stress relief and makes you feel good. That's right. Exercising makes you help relax yourself and to relieve stress. He says, listen to some music as you run. Why? It can be quite meditative, actually, when you get into it. Get into once again, when you get absorbed, when you get involved in it. So meditative means what? Causing you to think, okay? Something that makes you think or something that inspires you to think, okay? Something that helps you to think, kind of relax and think. It's meditative. So listening to music while you run can be very meditative. Here we go. Kelly says, yes, I heard football, not soccer, is a big deal in Ireland. So what does she mean by football in this case? Football, not soccer? Perhaps. Of course, depending on which country you are from, some call the sport football, some call the sport soccer. I think rugby, also known as American football, but in Korea and let's say in America, we call soccer, where we kick the ball with our feet, soccer, not football. So he says, yes, you got it. So that's my favorite. So football is Gareth's favorite. I don't know if I can do football or soccer, but I think I'll take you up on that. Take somebody up on something. It means, well, in other words, maybe I'll take your advice. I'll try what you told me to do. I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll take you up on that, okay? And I gotta say, I'm inspired. I feel a little lazy, but I can change. Yes, she can change. She says, let's say, let me think. Give me 6 months and we'll have this conversation again and reevaluate. So she's saying, you know what? You have inspired me. You've made me want to try out this sport. So, let's say, give me 6 months. She's saying, you know what? Give me 6 months and let's talk about this again after 6 months, in 6 months. And of course, Gareth says, yeah, why not? During a run, while we run. And Kelly says, there you go. So they have an agreement. Sounds like Kelly is going to start exercising. And yeah, that's a great idea. It's important to take care of your health. Okay, everyone, let's take a listen one more time.
Gareth, are you okay? You look like you're hurting.
Oh, I am. My legs are very sore today.
Why?
Well, I did a lot of exercise over the weekend. I played my favourite sport, soccer, on Saturday with the football team, and it's the start of the season, so we're all trying to get fit. And then after, I went to the gym to do some running and some cycling.
So, are you serious?
Yep, no pain, no gain, I tell you.
Sorry, I guess it just kind of blows my mind that you were doing all that while I was sitting at home watching TV.
Well, we're all different, eh?
That's true, but I'm looking to actually get into a sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any specific one in mind, or?
I could use your guidance on this one, to be honest. I feel like I used to be very athletic. Believe it or not,
Sure.
I know that I don't look the part
Well, you do.
necessarily.
You're very slim and tall, so yeah.
Lacking some of the muscles I used to have when I was younger, but we can get that back.
Sure, of course you can, yeah.
Swimming and basketball and crew or rowing,
Great
which
sport.
is more of a lifestyle than
Sure,
a sport, was
yeah.
my favorite. But what would you recommend for beginners?
Wow, there's so many things you could do. I suppose join a gym maybe and do some walking and maybe some running. Build up to some running. It's very good for relaxation and stress relief and makes you feel good. Listen to some music as you run, and it can be quite meditative actually when you get into it.
Yeah, I heard football, not
Yes,
soccer, is a
you
big deal
got
in
it.
Ireland, right?
Yes, yeah. So
Right.
that's
Wow.
my favorite.
I don't know if I can do football or soccer, as we call it, but
Yeah.
I think I'll take you up on that. And I gotta say, I'm inspired. I feel a little lazy, but I can change. And knowing that you can do all of that and be as energetic as you are kind of gives me a little bit of hope. So let's say, give me 6 months and we'll
Go
have
for
this
it.
conversation again and
Let's-
reevaluate.
yeah, during a run.
There you go.
Here we go with actual expressions, everyone. First of all, our vocab words, and let's move on to our patterns for the day. We have sore, S-O-R-E. It's a strong S sound. It's sore, and it means aching, tender. It's an adjective. What about guidance? It means advice or counseling, or an easier word would be help. Remember? Kelly said that she could use some guidance, or she could use Garrett's guidance, help. Slim means what? Thin, lean. Now these have a rather positive feeling to them. Okay, lean, slender, thin, but skeleton or skinny, yes, these words have a negative meaning to them. So try to avoid using the word skeleton and skinny. If you want to say that somebody looks nice, try using slim, thin, lean, okay? Or slender even. Moving on, lacking. Lacking means missing, deficient, not having enough of something. Meditative, stress goes on the first syllable. Meditative. Meditative means reflective, something that causes you to think. Okay, here we go with no pain, no gain. Now, of course, you've heard of no pain, no gain many times. This is an expression, or I guess an idiom you would use in a situation where you want to say, you know, you've got to work hard to achieve something. To win something, you've got to give something. So here is a sample sentence. My trainer says, if I want to lose weight, then I can't eat sweets for the next 6 months. No pain, no gain. So in order to achieve something, well, you need to suffer. So suffering is necessary in order to gain something. Here we go. If you want to lose weight, you should cut out all sweets for 6 months. No pain, no gain. Blow one's mind. Blow one's mind means to overwhelm somebody, especially with feelings such as excitement, energy, pleasure, even dismay. Here we go. I've watched Shark Week every year and it still blows my mind. No matter how many times I watch Shark Week, it blows my mind. It surprises me. It overwhelms me. Okay, it excites me, for example. Here we go, believe it or not. This is something you would say in a situation or to somebody when you say something that is maybe hard to believe. So you're saying, you know, it's up to you. You could believe it to be true or not. It's up to you. It's your decision. Believe it or not, but it's true. Okay, here we go. Believe it or not, but Angelina Jolie asked me to use my lipstick when I was in the bathroom. So believe it or not, once again, we're saying, you know, you can choose to accept something as true or not. It's up to you, but hey, I'm telling you the truth. Believe it or not, Angelina Jolie asked me if she could use my lipstick. Okay. Anyhow, that could happen, right? Believe it or not. Okay, so that is a wrap for today's actual expressions, everyone. Job well done.
Do I like sports? Yes and no. When I was younger, I did a lot of sports. I did everything. Basketball, softball, volleyball, gymnastics, cheerleading. I did everything. And it was really fun because it was a chance to be competitive and play with your friends. So I really liked it when I was younger. But now I don't think I like it that much anymore. And the reason is because I'm a sore loser. I don't have any favorite sports teams or sports figures. I don't even really like watching sports because I get so upset when my favorite team loses. I feel so disappointed. So typically I try not to get too attached to sports. But where I'm from, baseball is really popular. And if you're not a baseball fan, you're kind of weird. So I act like I like baseball, but really I don't care. I try not to get attached at all.
Well, we had Whitney helping us out from America, the US of America, and let's check out what she's mentioned in today's actual story then. So we're talking about her favorite sport, and what did she say? Well, she said, it was really fun because it was a chance to be competitive and play with your friends. Now, she's talking about what? She's talking about how she enjoyed sports. So she likes sports, yes and no. She's talking about a particular sport. It was fun because it was competitive and she was able to play with her friends. Okay? I am a sore loser. What is a sore loser? Now, we went over the word sore today. Sore, S-O-R-E. It means painful. If you have a pain in your back, you would say, I have a sore back, or my back is sore. But here we're talking about sore as in an adjective. If you say, I am a sore loser, it means that you are the type of person that whines constantly over and over again, forever, if you lose in a competition, okay? Even if you didn't do well, no matter how hard you tried, no matter how hard you didn't try, if you lose and you keep complaining, you are a sore loser, okay? I don't even really like watching sports because I get so upset when my favorite team loses. So she doesn't like to watch sports because she gets angry and upset when her favorite team loses. So she is a sore loser, always complaining. Okay, let's take a listen one more time.
Do I like sports? Yes and no. When I was younger, I did a lot of sports. I did everything. Basketball, softball, volleyball, gymnastics, cheerleading. I did everything. And it was really fun because it was a chance to be competitive and play with your friends. So I really liked it when I was younger. But now I don't think I like it that much anymore. And the reason is because I'm a sore loser. I don't have any favorite sports teams or sports figures. I don't even really like watching sports because I get so upset when my favorite team loses. I feel so disappointed. So typically I try not to get too attached to sports. But where I'm from, baseball is really popular. And if you're not a baseball fan, you're kind of weird. So I act like I like baseball, but really, I don't care. I try not to get attached at all.
Well, today we talked about our favorite sport or sports. It's true, just as Whitney said, when she was younger, maybe in middle school, high school, even elementary school, yes, when we're young, we tend to be into a lot of different kinds of sports. But as we age, we have bigger responsibilities, we have different interests, and we even get lazy, right? And tired so much easier that we don't often engage in sports. But it's important that you exercise. Make it a rule to exercise on a regular basis to keep fit, to keep healthy, okay? Because by being healthy, well, you will end up being happier. Okay, so I hope you had a good time today talking about favorite sports. Next time, we'll continue on with the sports category and focus on physical activities, your likes and dislikes. So please do look forward to that. In the meantime, come to our homepage, everyone. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr. Look for Actual English with Jennifer Clyde and, well, share your thoughts if you have any. Okay, that is a wrap for today, everyone. I'll catch you again next time. Until then, take care and bye for now.